A multi-million-dollar project on Grand Bahama set to revive the economy and create hundreds of jobs.
The Bahamas forms a Reparations committee.
And swimmers in the hunt for a trip to Aruba and the Carifta Championships. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Opening ceremonies have just concluded in Grand Bahama as the Sunwing Group and the government joined to launch the Memories Grand Bahama Island Resort. Good evening, I'm Andrew Knowles.
I'm Keishla Adderley. It's being touted as the hope for jump-starting Grand Bahama's economy. Prime Minister Perry Christie and Sunwing CEO Stephen Hunter noted the significance of the opening and the goals they've set to revive the economy there.
What we are witnessing here today signals a real renaissance in Grand Bahama tourism after a slide of many years from a peak of 500,000 air stopover visitors to some 160,000 air stopovers in 2012. And so as we speak, bear in mind how incredibly stressful the industry was and the stress it underwent when it went from 500,000 people a year to this 160,000.
The first thing was to immediately revitalize tourism in the island of Grand Bahama. The second thing was to create a destination that's uniquely different from others. And the third thing was to set a strong foundation for the continued growth and sustainability of tourism. With the opening of this hotel, we have successfully completed the first phase of our goals.
A Bahamas National Reparations Committee has been formed as the country is seeking payment of reparations for slavery. The committee includes members from a vast spectrum of society, chosen because of their broad expertise and their representation of the Bahamian society. The committee is a follow-up to the recent CARICOM meeting in St. Kitts and Nevis. Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell.
In preparation of a legal claim, each National Reparation Commission is to gather information pertaining to each claimant's state, illustrate the link between historic discrimination and present-day racial discrimination, outline modern racial discrimination resulting from slavery in areas of health, socioeconomic deprivation, and social disadvantage, education, living conditions and housing, property and land ownership, employment, participation in public life, and migration, and identify policies of the United Kingdom which have perpetuated the discriminatory practices and effects of slavery in the country.
The committee will embark on a massive public education campaign in the coming months in order to help it frame its legal case, which will be presented in the International Court of Justice. Meantime, that information is expected to be collected by June of this year.
It will add to the second aspect of the committee's work, and that is education, public engagement, public reflection, so that we also are informed by the collective wisdom of the Bahamian public to inform this process. So it has, at the end of the day, the collective wisdom of the society.
The Bahamas Spatial Data Infrastructure Bill and the Forestry Amendment Bill were debated in the Senate today. Both bills were introduced last Thursday and this morning were read a second time. Carla Palmer has details.
Government leader in the Senate, Attorney General the Honorable Allison Maynard Gibson, is embracing the Bahamas Spatial Data Infrastructure Bill for the benefits she says already being realized in her ministry.
Think about this, Madam President, for those who are in practice. One of the major concerns, Madam President, is that it is difficult on a timely basis to get a certificate of good standing. Think about this. Transpose yourself to 2015, where you will be sitting at your desk You will reserve a name online. You will entirely online incorporate a company. No human interaction, no hold up, no, in minutes, Madam President. Seamless.
The bill provides the legal framework for technological advancement, whereby information gathered by each ministry and department of the government is shared. Like Senator Gibson, Senator Keith Bell is also enthused about the impact the bill will have on cost savings and better decision-making in national planning. He highlighted infrastructural development of roads moving forward.
Many, myself included, would complain about why we would see a road repaved this week, and then 2 weeks later, some utility corporation is digging it up. When it is not the digging and redigging of roads, its infrastructure, the infrastructure is not in the right place or placed in locations which will later require subsequent remedial work. This system, Madam President, is designed to allow users to view, understand, question, and interpret data in multiple ways, enabling policymakers to make more informed decisions as patterns and impacts can be more clearly seen.
Opposition Senator Kwesi Thompson says he and his team supports the Spatial Data Infrastructure Bill, but would like to see some oversight by the government to protect Bahamians from misuse of the information.
So if one person who works in one government department can now access information from national insurance or access information from the hospital or access information from some other government department, we must have some kind of oversight to protect Bahamians from the misuse of this information.
I'm Carla Palmer for ZNS Network News.
Well, still ahead tonight, the latest from that human trafficking trial.
And swimmers battle for a spot on the Carifta team. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Lux Men's Warehouse.